Hi everyone, this is Miss Miharu. Now I'm back for part 2 of Dirtbag's corner game, which is about Oki. So I've tested this against the whole cast, and I've tested the knockdown from raw forward 2 into amplified chem toss close. I've tried it from jumping kick 1-1 forward 2, same setup, back 2 1-1 into forward 2, jumping kick 1-1 back 1 into amplified chem toss, and back 2 1-1 back 1. So those are the ones I've tried it on. I'll explain, or rather I've used these 3 because they give slightly different hit advantages and distances. So they work on different types of wake-ups and different types of characters, right? So generally, as a rule of thumb, you want to end your combos in forward 2, chem toss, amplify it, and make it close. This leads to a trap that is almost inescapable. So if I do that, let me play Raiden for a sec and show you the setup. Like so. So like if I'm Raiden and I just wake up blocking, I get hit by the unblockable. If I'm Raiden, I try to wake up Fatal Blow, my Fatal Blow misses, and I get hit by fire. Some Fatal Blows work, Aaron Black's works for instance, so like if they have Fatal Blow, don't amplify it and just bait it instead, I guess. There's also some ways out of it, but you can't jump forward, you can't roll out of it, you get punished. It's really hard to up 3 because you get punished. It's really hard to up 2 because you get punished. Raiden is one of the few characters who can do this. Oops. One of very few who can get out of it by doing that. And to me, that's the only way I really know how to get out of it consistently. For like that sort of escape. It doesn't work for like noob because you can block in time and then you get full combo punished for the teleport. Kung Lao can jump up and do his dive kick, but then he gets punished and lands in the puddle. So it's really hard to get out of, but there are 2 ways. You can walk up block. This is a weird timing, but it's doable, like that. In that case, Kano is -9. You can also do an interactable, like so. But not all corners have interactables, and that is not the easiest. If you flawless block, it's -16, so you get a punish. So it's not inescapable. But that's why also the timing, you can vary it by doing different enders, right? So let me go back to Kano and take off the Fatal Blow. So there's different types of reactions to what happens if you wake up 3 or up 2. And I've made a list, a long ass list on what happens if opponents try to wake up. Basically, there's 8 different scenarios. So I'll show those 8 scenarios. And those depend very much on the character. The most common scenario for up 2s, one of the most common scenarios is that you make a trade. So their up 2 hits you, they get 5% and you hit them for 15%. It's not the best if you don't have like the life, you can't take it, like you don't have a life lead or whatever, you're dying. But if you do have a life lead, or if you're sort of equal, it's a win-win situation. They use 1 defensive and 1 offensive bar. You use 1 offensive bar. You do 10 more damage than they do. Sorry, yeah, 10 more damage than they do. So you're a lot better off. So you can see there, that's a typical trade. But you can see the damage difference is so big and he can't get a combo off of it, so it doesn't really matter that much. You actually get up before he recovers, so you're still plus. Another potential outcome, let me just check my list because this is sort of complicated. Let's see, where do we have Aaron Black there? So another potential outcome is you hit them, let's switch to up 3. So you hit them with a combo like so, and you hit him out of the animation, and you can see you're plus 27. This is not as optimal as if they don't wake up, because actually you want them to be in the fire trap, but it will deter them from waking up, right? So this will give you a lot of time to do whatever, going for your 4-1-2, whatever. But there's also a different scenario where you sort of hit the floor in front of them and you get a lot more plus frames. So if I do if I do the same thing and end in the back 1 combo, you can see I hit the floor in front of him and I'm plus 56 instead. So they can't really do anything then. So those are 3 scenarios. I'll show you the best scenario, which is the 4th scenario. This works against up 3s, some up 3s. Again, I will post a list on this. Where do we have Jade? Where when they do an up 3, you trade with them, but you recover a lot faster, so you get a full combo punish. So let me put Jade in the corner. Nobody puts Jade in the corner. Well, hopefully you do if you play Kano. So up 3. There you can see that trades, and it's not that hard to get a combo and reset the situation into the same situation again, which is really cool. So what I did was I did small dash up, back 2, 1-1, forward 2, easy enough combo, and you get the reset. Against some characters, very few, you can actually end up minus from doing this. You can see there I'm minus 6, because the collision with the up 2 is so weird that you're actually minus. That doesn't happen with a lot of characters, but it's one outcome that can happen. I'm gonna show you the last 3 outcomes, but I need to switch characters around because, as I said, I'm gonna post a list on this so you don't have to make all the research yourself. But there's with Johnny Cage, this setup is not the best because he can do an up 3 and punish you. And I'll show you what I mean. This means that let's see, Disney. So if I do this, you can see the lighter just bounces off of him, but he actually has enough time to do the Disney. Oops. And full combo punish me. You can see that was a punish, and I was pressing block as soon as I could. And that's a reaction that happens at times against up 3s, that the lighter just bounces off. Usually though, there's actually just Johnny Cage and Cetrion who can do an up 3 and then go up and punish you. A more regular reaction is them getting an up 3 and the lighter bouncing off of them, and it just leads to nothing. You're neutral again, which is fine because this is sort of a setup that if it works against most options and you don't get punished, I'd say that's still a win. So I want you on up 3 and I want my frame data on. So you can see there, he just kicks it away, but he doesn't recover fast enough to actually dash up and really do anything. So it's not that dangerous, and like if you do something like this, you get the trade. So it's still worth going for the setup, I think. Okay, so there's one last reaction I want to show. And if I recall correctly, it's just Scorpion and Frost that get this. Where's Scorpion? Everyone's favorite. Nerf to the ground. Where the up 3 will just cleanly punish your setup. Let's put you in the corner and spear slice. So I do this into this and I just get cleanly punished, which isn't the end of the world, because if you get punished, sure, they're up in your face and they're plus, which isn't great, but I mean, you could always do this and try to bait it, whatever. So it's not really the end of the world. What I want to show you as well is that there's different reactions on... Oops. This combo is not the easiest one. As you can see, I keep failing it. There we go. There's different distances and reactions depending on if you do the back one ender or the forward two ender, or if you do a raw forward two. So against some characters, you will get a better situation if you do the back one ender. But usually you want to go for the forward two ender because it's the max damage one, or well, not max damage, but you can probably do like jumping kick, 1-1, 1-1, and then do the forward two, but for consistency's sake, I've used the same sort of combos, and they give sort of the same frames every time. Especially ending in forward two is very consistent, and it's a lot easier than the back one combo, because sometimes the acid will miss after back one. So generally you want to go for the forward two ender because it's the most damage and most consistent, but against some characters, the back one ender is simply better because it will trade or not get hit and so on and so forth. But again, I'll post a list on this, and this is sort of how you can deal with Oki off of different enders with Dirtbag. I hope this helps you out and sort of can inspire you to find more stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.